Hockey Snacks is a new company founded by nutritionista and mom of three sports mad kids, Shauna Thomas. Now, apparently her crusade is to create fun fuel for active, growing bodies that's delicious, healthy, and simple. And you know what the best part is? You don't have to slave over a stove to make these dishes. Let's welcome Shauna to the show to give us a show and tell. Good morning, Shauna.
Good morning, George. Thank you for having me.
Hey, before we get to that show and tell with the recipes, give me a bit of the Hockey Snacks backstory. You know, was this simple, supply and demand, home economics, the need to feed three bottomless pit kids and do it right?
It was a little bit of that, absolutely. But also, I just saw that there was a gap in, player development. Nutrition really isn't part of the program. And so, when I saw my son eating Doritos at 7 a.m. at a hockey practice one day, I just had that thought, we can do better than this. And so that's where it all began.
Yeah. The bells went off. Eureka moments are you got to listen to them. You got to act on them. Okay, let's show and tell. 3 recipes, and why not start with breakfast on CP24 Breakfast.
Yes, absolutely. So, I think people, especially at this time of year, they overcomplicate being healthy. And smoothies can be such an easy way to have a really nutritious breakfast for both us and our kids. And the great thing about it is it's customizable. Kids can, if they like berries, they can do berries. If they do bananas, they can do bananas. My favorite here is what I like to call my Hulk smoothie. And it gets kids feeling nice and strong, and then they don't mind the green color. So I start with baby spinach. I add a frozen banana to keep it nice and creamy. And then I add whatever milk you have. So if you drink dairy, you can have that, or you can use a milk alternative. We add that in, and really, this is it. You can start just right here, or you can add what I like to call my bonus ingredient, which is probiotic. So I use a kefir, which is a fermented milk product, or you can add a yogurt as well. You only need a little bit of it, and really, that's it. You blend it up, and it looks like this. Yeah, it's super easy.
And the vegetable, like for kids that are really fussy, picky eaters that don't want the greens, they're not going to even know. And even if they do know, once they try it, it's all about the flavor. They're going to love it. 100%
Absolutely.
guarantee, right?
You can't taste it. You can't taste it. I promise.
Okay, let's move on to a popular and healthy snack that's really packed with flavor.
We have apple nachos. So these are a really fun treat, especially when you're thinking about nighttime snacking. We all lean towards those sweeter foods, and we want stuff that's maybe crunchy and satisfying. And that's exactly what this is. So if you can see here, we all eat with our eyes, right? So I have this nice plate here. You slice an apple, put it really nicely on a plate. And then we have, nachos have your cheese sauce. So I've made a peanut butter sauce here, and you can use an allergy alternative, whatever you have. And we just drizzle it over top like this, and it makes it really fun, right? The kids can do it too, which is what I absolutely love about all of these recipes. It's not all up to the parents. You guys can do this yourself. These kids can do this as young as like 5 and 6 can help themselves to this. And then I like to boost the nutrition with some hemp hearts, and these are like sprinkles, we call them in our house. And then you can add, if you want to be really decadent, chocolate chips, if this is going to be a dessert, or you can use dried fruit, coconut, whatever you like.
And finally, we got to talk about after school. Although school's not going to be starting up in class right now, but down the line, after school, kids' guts are growling, right? Mine always did. So what do you got?
Oh, well, this is my most popular recipe with the players I work with the families, with active kids. And this is Energy Bites, and you can see them right here. So it's only 4 ingredients, but these are packed with nutrition. And like I said, it doesn't have to be hard. So these are made with rolled oats, which, are high in fiber, so good. Most kids really like oats. We have peanut butter or like an allergy alternative. And then we sweeten it up with a little bit of maple syrup, staying away from the refined sugar.
Right.
And then our hemp hearts, which are full of protein, calcium, magnesium, and healthy fats.
What is in those ones in particular, Shauna?
These ones right here?
Yeah, that you have?
Yeah.
In front of you?
So right here, I have those 4 ingredients in all 4 of them. And then what I do is I coat them in some hemp hearts. These ones have chocolate chips because kids are kids, and who doesn't like chocolate chips, right? But you can add whatever you want in them to make them how you like them.
Look, food is the most powerful, slow-release supplement we will ever put in our bodies, right? And Mother Nature gives us an immune system, but everything we can do right now in these days with COVID to boost that is a good thing. COVID complicates businesses. You've had to switch to more online and pivoting to workshops and memberships, but it's a great way to get healthy and start good habits for 2021. So last thing, Shauna, give me, if people want to reach out to you for more, where do they go?
You can go to hockeysnacks.com, and I'm all over social media. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. You name it, I'm there. So anyone can reach out anytime.
Shauna Thomas, the founder of Hockey Snacks. Great idea, great segment. Thank you, and we'll talk again.
Thank you so much, George. Have a great day.
You too.